Good evening, everyone. It's Kathy with Plan Happy with Me. And if this is your first time here, we have a special surprise tonight. I'm doing, my flip through for January for After the Pin. So we're going to start right off in my classic planner, the work planner, the dashboard planner. Now, when I started this planner, I knew it was going to be 100% Disney. And I was thinking, what am I going to put on the monthlies? And I decided I would probably go with the Fab 5 characters because I don't anticipate seeing them a lot in the weeklies. And so I knew that this would give them a good representation. Now, Donald was the one I went with for January, Blue Winter Donald. And you can see there's really not a lot of Donald represented here. And that is mostly because there isn't a lot of Donald stickers in the Disney sticker books. So I'm going to have to go and find myself some Donald stickers to kind of fill in here. And maybe a quote of something that Donald says, right? And that will finish this off. Now, the first week in January for me was the 10th because I work with students, homeschooled students, and we did not come back until January 10. So there's no point in me dating and putting stickers on pages that I'm not going to use. So I only put in here the weeks I'm actually working. So with Cinderella being that whole Kiss Me at Midnight and the blue, she just seemed like the natural choice for our first week in January. Now the little mice stickers and the quote stickers are printed on clear matte paper, and these are stickers I created myself. Every character has a quote, and some quotes are from the Disney sticker books or Mambi sticks, but I don't always feel like the quote that they have connected to the princess works. So I'm going to be using those more like in my All About Me planner, because let your dreams lead the way. That's not Cinderella, but it could be for something else. So anyways, that whole thing worked here. Now, you have a princess, you have to have their villains, right? So this is Lady Tremaine, Anastasia, Drizella, and Lucifer in their fury and creating anger and meanness towards Cinderella as they destroy her dress. Again, these two quotes are things that they actually said in the movie, or like this one is about Lucifer. The mice are actually talking about him, so, but it still works. And then we had the sidekicks just by themselves. Cinderella would be nothing without Lucifer, without Jacques and Gus, and she would not have been able to escape without them. And so this just meant, and January only being 3 weeks, this worked really, really well for me. The last page of my work planner is my budget. Okay, and again, I just put Donald on there because to keep it cohesive for the month. And there's really not, I don't put a lot of decorating on here because I've done that, and I always feel after I put the stickers on it, I didn't like it. I love the simplicity of the one sticker just tying everything together. Okay, and that is it in my work planner. So we're going to move on now to my Transformer planner, which is my other 5 planners. I carry it in one big book, which I love, and I make the covers myself. I used a 10 mil. I spoiled myself and got a 10 mil laminator with 10 mil pouches. This is a big, so in order to get the pouches big enough, you have to buy menu size pouches, which are like 12 by 17 to make the covers. Okay, so I do have them on expanded disc, and these are metal discs. I metal disc girl all the way. Eventually all of my older planners will be moved over to metal discs, simply because even though they're stored and not handled that much, metal discs, if they fall or whatever, are stronger. Okay, so moving on. This is my All About Me planner, which I don't want to do first. So we're going to transform it into my, this is my teacher planner, social media planner. So we're going to talk about this planner really quick. The winter time, I covered this tab here with this paper that matches the cover so nicely. And this is just how I track. In January, I tried 2 separate monthlies because I wanted to see, and you know what I just realized is maybe I need to back this up a bit because you're not really seeing the whole thing. Okay, hold on. I'm going to make you nauseous. Just hang on a sec. There we go. That's a little bit better. My arm is a little weak when I pull it up, so it bounces back down. Let's see if that helps. Okay. I wanted to keep the camera kind of close so you could see a close-up of what I do in January, in the teacher planner, which I use as social media. I wanted 2 months, one for filming and one for posting, and I found that was kind of redundant. I didn't really need it. So in February, I went to 1 calendar, and that'll make things much simpler for me. And then the other thing I do, are you a challenger? Do you follow challenges? This is my challenge maker. I think I did make a video for this. I'm probably not going to be doing it in the future, mostly because it's too many videos for me to keep up with. I do work full time. I work 4 10s, 4 11s, and it makes it a little hard for me to do that many videos. So this is kind of my own thing. I was inspired by Judy of JLB Crafts to create something like this. I did mine differently than hers, and but this, I love doing the challenges because I never get uninspired. All I have to do is look at all of the people that are doing challenges and say, I can do that one for this week. So it really helps me to stay motivated, and it keeps me challenged to do the challenges. So that's pretty much it in the teacher planner. Oh, here's the other part. This is the actual planning part. Long story short, again, I'm not going to be videoing this again because, again, I'm just trying to keep my video count low, and this really works for me. I don't know if it would work for a lot of other people. I do an entire month of YouTube videos on these 2 sheets of paper. And if you hear a little talking going on in the background, my puppy clearly wants something, and he's trying to tell me what it is, but he probably wants food and he's not getting it. He's already had dinner. Okay, so now we'll go to, we're going to transform my planner, and I want to talk about the love letters class. If you are not doing the love letters or the brush lettering with Judy at JLB Crafts, and you want to learn how to do brush lettering, I highly recommend Judy. It's a free YouTube video series, and she does one every week, and I already know that I am doing so much better than my attempt at doing it last year. So I just want to share that. Go to Judy's YouTube, find her big love letters challenge, and follow her. But I just want to share what I did do this year, or what I did do in January. Now, on the monthly in January, I keep track of when I practice and what I practiced. Mostly that's fun for me, and I can tell when I'm doing poorly why, because I didn't practice enough, right? Okay, and then this is Judy's page that she makes. So she she tells you what letters we're going to be doing on what day. Really nice. And then this is just my practice that I do before I take Judy's class. This is Judy's class. And then this is just more practice that I do on my own. And that was week 1. Here's week 2, my practice, Judy's class, my practice for week 2. Week 3, I decided to go to flowers. My practice, Judy's class, and then my practice again. I know it seems redundant and boring, and you don't have to do that much practicing. This is what she teaches in the video, and I feel I need so much practice that I encourage myself, and it really makes my planner flow. I don't have any empty pages to do these extra studies. So for week 4, that is just my practice. This is my class with Judy. And then my practice again. And then you can see that I've started boxing some of the words that are practicing that I'm doing, because I feel like I hit the mark. That was the best that I had done. And I want to look at them repetitively and say, okay, that is what you need to be doing. So when I do it right, I like to point it out. Okay, this was my class with Judy. And then this is extra practice, and that is what I have done in January. So in January we did quite a bit of stroke practice as well as letter practice. Okay, and so that's my love letters planner, but now I need to change the cover on it, and because it's called the love letters or lovely letters, I am keeping this kind of a seasonal romantic type of cover. So I'm just going to switch it now to my new cover. If I can get it on. It's sometimes hard to get them started. Does anybody else have that problem when they make their own covers? Boy, sometimes I just have a hard time getting them started. There we go. And of course my planner is pretty full. I have 5 planners in here and a front and back cover for each one. Okay. And the teacher planner I forgot to change. Oh, Kathy, that's the wrong way. Okay, so my planner, my covers are reversible. And I have to tell you, making them was really quite fun. I have a lot of scrapbook paper that I'm trying to find ways to get rid of, and this really helped me. Now, on one set of covers, I did not make them the same, we'll call it season, on both sides. I made them the next. So January and February are on the same covers. All I have to do is flip it. And when I made that, I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. So the rest of them, I made them the same season, if you will, on the inside and the outside. And now that I'm switching them up, I actually like that January and February are together. Makes it so much easier to just change it, but that's okay. I had fun making them. Okay, I want to save this planner for last. So we're going to go to my next planner, which is my journal. And this is my watercolor journal. I liked it to be something cool and calming, so that's why I chose it. And this is the one that is reversible right here. So now it's going to be this calming, pinkish, reddish, of course for seasonal, for Valentine's. I absolutely love this color pad that I found. It's one of those hot buys, so I'm pretty sure that's Michael's. And I was like, I have to have this. I don't know why, but I have to have it. And then when I decided to make my own covers, I was like, I know what I'm going to do with that paper pad. I'm going to make my own covers. So now that's set up and ready for us to move on. So for January, I used the same watercolor paper and or paper pad, and I covered the tabs. And so in January, on the remodel of my journal, on the monthly of my journal, I have 2 monthlies in this journal. This is the one I track our remodel in. When we moved into this house 14 months ago, we decided 3 months after we moved in that we needed to do a lot of changes to the home. And so it has been a year-long process, and we are not half done. So I just track this for posterity. And then this one here, I've talked about this tracker in the original setup. I track storms, and that's not weather, that's storms in my life, celebrations, and things I need to notice. And I color code them depending on what I want to say for each day. This is not my idea. I tribute the idea to somebody in my very first planner. And then you can see, if you saw my setup or my plan with me before the pin videos, these pages are very empty. And this was a challenge. So let me see. This was the challenge accepted for the journal. Okay, so this was supposed to be Sub-Zero from A to Z planners. And so you can see here that the box, there's no room now. It's totally full. But if you look at the before the pin, it was kind of empty. Here is the last song with Plan Today with Mo. I love this theme. I could not pick my last song, so I picked Put Your Records On. I loved this theme. It just made me happy and excited to play. And then the next challenge accepted here was called Winter Wonderland, and these were stickers that I printed from my digital scrapbook kits, and I added some little glitter stickers to it. Now there are days that I miss, and it upsets me when I miss them, but there's times when I just can't go back, or I can't remember anything that I really have to say here, or it's been too long and who knows what happened that day. And then the last challenge that I accepted for this journal was called Frosty from the Mambi HPFB Happy Planner Facebook group. And it's called Frosty. And when I was creating this page, I was telling a love story between Mr. Frosty and Mrs. Frosty. Oh, it turned out kind of cute. I thought it was fun. And then, of course, we had to have a Frosty who melted because, yeah. Okay, so then we're going to change the cover on the back so that we'll be ready for the next month. And some people don't use covers as dividers. Some people just use regular dividers in a Franken planner. I think that would be totally fine. I like the covers because it just, 1, it's a little more noticeable. 2, I get to be a little more seasonal. 3, I just like playing in my planner. So this planner is my Bible study planner. The whole planner is going to be about flowers. And so all my covers are going to be flowers. Uh-oh. I put the wrong one on, I think. Oh, well. So anyways, so this is going to be flowers. Okay, so in this planner for January, I use the monthly as a daily gratitude. So every day I write something that I'm grateful for in the monthly. Makes it easy. It has a perfect little space. And then this is my converted horizontal planner. Okay, so I take a piece of white sticker paper and I get rid of the strip in the center, and then I basically have a quadrant planner. Now, I think this planner, I'm already trying to figure out how to use this for 2023 outside of being a Bible study. Now, for me, Bible study is not do something every single day just because and I'm not saying those people that do are doing it just because, but for me, it has to be intentional. And so I can't do it every single day with my work schedule and family commitments. So I try to get it done 4 times a week. And so on this short side, if you will, or small side, I put the Bible verse and then what that Bible verse means to me, or maybe what I'm seeking to learn from that verse, or something I learned from this verse. So I really think that the quadrant planner this way takes it, and I don't have to do it by week. As you can see, there's no dates here. This is just me and the Bible and the verses that I want to learn about or learn from. And so this works really well for an outdated planner. Okay. Now you could even use a outdated vertical. It would take a little more covering work, but even that could be used. So these are just the Bible, how I used this planner for the month of January. And sometimes when I have a big gap like this, I will fill it in. Oh, I could put a quote there. I didn't even think about that. I fill it in with other stickers and a quote. I didn't have any more of these beautiful stickers from Live Love Posh. That was the end of my collection. So, but a quote would work just fine there. And so, and this particular page, this was a very long verse and meaning, and so it's just one long column. As you can see, I wrote continued here rather than, so this is only 3 verses that day. And then where do I get my verses? There is, I'm not telling you that this is the only place to go, but for me, AlyssaJHoward.com, you have to sign up for her newsletter to get them. I don't really mind that. I take what I want and discard the newsletter. And she lists, in this particular topic was new beginnings. And so she has all these Bible verses on this topic. And so I found that to be very helpful to find the verses. And then I sort of had a cohesion of study in my month. So now I think we did letters, we did teacher, we did journal. So the last one is my All About Me. And for some reason I feel like I'm missing one. But anyways, this is my All About Me planner. This planner is a vertical, and this planner's theme is black and white with a splash of color. So the color, the covers will be black and white or black and white with a little bit of color. All of the 52 weeks and 12 months are going to be black and white with a splash of color. I'm trying to think if there's anything I should tell you. The inside of these are black and white. Why do I feel? Oh yeah, black and white. See, here's the reverse side of that paper. So that was the black and the white. And then, so let's go to January's. Now this, I just want to review this really super quick. This is my one little word for 2022 and my challenges, personal challenges of 20 challenges in 2022. And this is just a teacher planner that I put washi over the dividing lines and then added, I actually printed these on clear matte sticker paper and then added the black flowers from Happy Planner to make it cohesive with the one little word page. And then this page I do nothing with but other than long-term appointments. So that's all that page I use that for, because I only carry 2 months of each planner in my transformer. I hoped I could get 3, but I can barely get 2, so 3 it is. Now this is my January currently. I thought this paper looked like snowballs, and I thought these circles looked like snowballs. So this is my January currently, and I basically put these I printed, but Kelva Plan and I think Live Love Posh have some currently labels you could put on. And then this side of the page is a letter to myself. And I do this at the beginning of the month when I move in, and this at the end of the month just before I move into the next month. I tried really hard to do it on the very last day. Okay, so this monthly is my catch-all. It's the only thing I use for a catch-all. Everything goes on here. My daughter house sits, and when she's gone, I have to take care of her cats and sometimes her dog. And so I need to know when she's not going to be home, so it goes on here. Birthdays go on here. I wanted the weather to go on here. I just haven't fine-tuned that yet, but I think I just figured out a way, so you'll probably see it in the February flip through after the pen. But you can see all my appointments go on here, and then this theme is going to be Zodiac. Happy Planner came out with a Zodiac book. I thought it would be so much fun to just put the lists of the strengths and the weaknesses of the character, and to use that as a theme to decorate the monthly. And then in January 3rd was my first week in this planner. Some people started December 27th, I think it was. And so I have a top 3. I wanted to be reminded of my one little word, which actually, here we go, talk about our challenges. So week 3rd, Happy Planner, the 8 Happy Planner Tips and Tricks Challenge. It's HPTNT Challenge. There for this week was one little word. So I just incorporated my one little word into my layout. Then this is what I was trying to do. A mood tracker was not working, so I still want to do that, but I just have to do it differently. I track my dinner, my top 3 for the week, and then I put, my sleep trackers. And then I will put any kinds of little to-dos or things that needed to get done. I love this Put Your Record theme on so much. I actually did it in 2 different planners for the same week. This again was from Plan Today with Mo. And here again, I just stuck to the music theme. These are my sleep trackers. And here's my dinner tracker. And you can see I got rid of the mood tracker and the top 3 in this one. But it's still there. Okay. Now, for the next week, these were my sleep trackers. I just love the way this turned out. The challenge here was to base a layout on your clothing that on a specific day. Well, I happened to be wearing a purple cheetah hoodie that day, so I thought, wild style, we'll go with that whole cheetah print, and we'll just lay it out. And I have to say, I absolutely love this layout. It turned out really cute. I have my top 3 back. I still have my sleep trackers. This week I called it my AM PM self-care instead of chores. And this note to self was supposed to be my breakfast. I have to go back and look at we take a Blue Apron box, and I have to go back in and figure out what we had that week. But and then here the zodiac changes to Aquarius. Okay, so this week was supposed to be from Plannable February 2022. The theme here is black and white, and what color? Well, that will fit perfectly in my black and white and splash of color planner. The only thing is there's more of a splash in here than I would have chosen, but I love the way this turned out. I do have a few notes I have to put in here, but here's my sleep tracker, my top 3, and this is one of those princess stickers that I said we would be using in another place because they just didn't apply. Here is my AM PM self-care. And so I just love the way this turned out. Okay, on the currently of the All About Me planner, I'm going to move this because it is foiled and it is very shiny and glary. This is my healthy habit, and you will see me create this in the move-in video. Clearly I was not a success here on this, so I'm actually repeating it in February, because this is something I really want to get back on, and it makes me feel so much better, and I need to drink my little shot of happy cocoa. Well, ladies, I think that's it for me tonight. I'm going to put my back cover on, and then we'll transform this planner. I'm gonna just take that out one more time so you can see it all put together and ready for February. Okay. Ouch. Okay. I also have some bookmarks that I made from these papers, but I'll put those in later. So, All About Me, black and white planner, journal planner, watercolors, Bible study. Now this needs to change, but I don't know what happened to it, so it can stay blue for a while. And then this is my romantic letters, my letter writing. And then the last one, oh, I know exactly what I did wrong. This one here is my teacher social media planner. Okay, ladies, thank you so much for hanging around. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my pages after the pen. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a great evening. Good night.